Hello everybody and Merry Christmas. Well, this may be one of the last videos this year, I'm not really sure yet, but I'm going to show you some of the recent vinyl finds. Pardon. First, showing you this Beatles EP collection, which is, I think, a box that was issued in the late 70s, early 80s sometime. Contains all of their, I think, British EPs and I think some sort of special EP that was issued at the time of this box too. Very nice to find this. Although they aren't originals, still it's an original issue even if it's not EPs from the time. Okay, going to show you some of the latest records now. First of all, we have this Italian LP with Françoise Hardy, French singer and actress, singing some great songs in Italian. So this was originally an issue on the Vogue etiquette, but issued on the label Jolly some years ago. No, this year, 2013. Italian reissues on vinyl. I'm beginning to get more and more fond of them because of the high quality of the actual pressings, and also it helps when it has well, first of all, it's good music, but also nice red vinyl. Right, then we have some Swedish prog. Vi var 12 man I laget from 1972. The most interesting thing about this, at least to me, is that it's made up here, or up where I grew up in Luleå, with some upcoming Swedish, northern Swedish prog musicians, among others Flu Jonsson, Rolf Hedberg, Danne Bergman, and it's about the people working in the forest, being I don't know if you would call them lumberjacks, but the Swedish equivalent to lumberjacks, and how they lived and how they worked. Then we have some more Italian. Oh, think about it. Adriano Celentano. This is a reissue, and it's an issue that comes with an extra EP. One of the records is in blue and the other is in red vinyl, and this is also released by the label Jolly. We have, among other tracks, Italian version of Lloyd Price's Personality. That's nice. Some other Italian pop from the late 60s on the Jolly etiquette, a recent reissue. I think this reissue is quite fairly rare today too. It's Antoine. Looks very much 60s. Yep, what more? Well, Irish folk music played by an Italian band. That sounds quite odd, but we have this group Folk Studio A. It's an album from 1985. This is a reissue as well, very good. And if you can, it sounds more Irish than Italian, but it's very good. I like Irish music. We have a fairly recent live album by the group Analogy, Italian group. They had reformed and recorded this live concert album, recorded in April 2012. Very nice. And then one of the Beatles issues that I didn't have, but now I have this as well. The original live on the BBC from the early 80s, although this is the new reissue from 2013. This then is some really great Italian prog music. Hero. Recorded originally in 1972 but not issued until 1974, and then by a German record label, I think. And this is a reissue on the AMS label, and it's top class. If you haven't heard this, try to get hold of it, at least the reissue, and listen. It's top class progressive symphonic rock, really good. And then probably my pick when it comes to the album of the year. It's the Finnish group Jaakko Laitinen and Vere Raha with Lapland Balkan. And this is an issue on the Playground label. And if you can imagine Finnish folk music together with Balkan music, like in a really mixed together like this, and you have this result, and it's really good. I think it's the best new album I've heard this year. But then I have a sweet tooth for both the Finnish sad melancholic sound and the Balkan sound, so this is really something to get hold of. I think you'll like it. Yeah, and then finally you can see behind me, well, you can see my new Hofner bass, but I didn't mean that. But you can also see an album with Björn J on Lindh, the great composer, flutist, keyboardist, who passed away much too early, and we are many music fans who will miss him and miss his great music. Thank heavens there are lots of albums with superb music to get hold of with him. And the short excerpt I played here in the beginning of the video was one of his greatest hits, Brusa högre lilla å from 1980. I'd say to you, all of you, well, Happy Christmas, and I say also rest in peace, Björn J. Bye bye.